We're good. So, back to Space Engineers Scrapyard Survival on our ice planet. So, what we did last week. Last week we did. We were going looking for buildings. And what did we find? A whole lot of vehicles. A whole lot of parts. A couple of big things, a couple of little things. Wasn't too bad. It's a good farming day. I did some tweaking to the bus last weekend and just went out and did some collecting, trying to find a building or something. But what I find? More vehicles. So I have the vehicles pulled back. I haven't done anything with them. They're just dropped on the ground. But everything's unloaded. Still want to try and find a few more interesting buildings, if we can. But the big thing we need is hydrogen thrusters. We got a lot of hydrogen cans, but no hydrogen thrusters. So we need the atmospheric thrusters to get off the ground, but that's only good till we hit the edge of the atmosphere. Once we hit the edge of the atmosphere, we can't do it. So, it's loading. Finish loading. There we go. Alright, so what do we have? We have this truck we've had before. I have 2 helicopters. That was weird. That's the hydrogen car. It's got a few more things. This is the other thing that I did. I built a little housing here. This took a little while to build, but it was fun. But the container needed to be somewhere. So I stuck it in a little bin. Hold on 1 second. I just realized I can't see one of my chat windows. There we go. I kind of toyed around with the idea of pallets this week. I don't know, I kind of like them. They're not useful for the cans or whatever, but for the little stuff like the batteries and the sensor arrays and stuff, it's useful. I got a bunch of batteries and a block. But there's a bunch of little parts and pieces that I need to do something with. But here's my one little hydrogen thruster. And a couple more medium containers. That's pretty much it for there. And that end has nothing new. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are this morning. Oh, we got some more stuff. I brought some more junk trailers home. What am I going to do with them? I just brought this whole plane home. That I said with that truck. The only change that I've made to the truck this week, to the bus rather, is I added a rotor on the end of the hand. It just makes it a little easier to manage. But, you know. And the batteries should all be full on this. I think the batteries are all full. I didn't leave them long enough to fully fill up this week. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need it, so. Just need to extend this. I don't actually have a script for this. I really need a script in order to deploy this thing. But, you know. -90. There we go. I just have to pull it back here and pull up to the bus. And I am full of stuff, so I need to unload my inventory before I can. Do anything here. Hold on. I think my tires are pulling too much power. They are. It should be like 12% on these wheels. There we go. There we go. Now we're good. That's much better. Well, I had a lot of weight on here, so I had to unload some weight. But it's fine. And that should be locked. Good. The other thing I want to do is I want to take the rotor and take these limits up 10 degrees. We had a problem last week. I noticed it again when I was doing some collecting, that the trailer didn't have enough leeway when we were dealing with the mountains. So, there was definitely issues. Now, which way do I want to go? I think I want to go this way. Going south. See, last Saturday we went north, and in the intermittent between the week, I went around the mountain, and it took me like 4 hours. The actual drive time was like 4 hours to go around the mountain. The collection time was another like 3 hours. It was funny. But yeah, it took me like 4 hours to drive around the mountain and collect stuff. It was fun. It was cool. It was a great party. But it was a very long day. I don't really want to do that again. So I'm thinking I want to go this way. I mean, I'm parked, I think, on like the South Pole. I really do think I'm parked on the South Pole here. I swear. I think I just got the worst position when I landed. Because I'm on this ice plate, which is great, but I'm literally at like the South Pole. It's so annoying. I can't trust the radar. I have to use the beacons and such because the radar is unreliable. The compass is unreliable. Normally, you're far enough away from the poles that the compass isn't an issue. It gives you a good solid bearing. But for me, I really do think I'm on like the South Pole or something. It's a mess. Oh, I dinged. Huh. Oh well. I want to go this rough direction. Not into this mountain. I'll go kind of around this mountain, but I want to go that way. And we'll see if we can find anything interesting. Because I know if we go the other way around the mountain, we've been that way a lot. Mainly because it's a nice icy surface. So we don't have a lot of terrain problems. But when it comes to this direction, we haven't gone this way too often. And it makes for new terrain. Now, the downside to doing that means I will probably see less stuff. Because I haven't been bouncing around it, so there's a lot more territory here that I haven't seen. So it hasn't spawned anything in. That's the downside. The upside is we'll be spawning new stuff, guaranteed. So, we have a better chance of getting things that we actually want. Hopefully. That's the theory anyway. But I'm just going to drive straight at the sun. And hopefully I'm not going to jump a cliff or something. Because that would really suck. Let's go right. I don't like that ledge. I don't like to look at that ledge. I think that's a steep climb. It's okay. Oh, it is steep. I was right. It is super steep. Oh my goodness. We are climbing up a mountain. Well, I can honestly say I don't think we've been this way before. We'll have to go this way and see what we can find. I don't know. Working on just scrap has pros and cons. The advantage is you never know what you're going to find and how long it's going to take to do anything. The disadvantage is there's a lot of times you can't find anything worth finding. Anything worth salvaging. There is always the downside. Okay, so there's an ice sheet over here. I may have been, it looks like I've been here before. There's a bit in the distance. So it looks like I may have been this way before. I'm not exactly sure though. You know, we've been this way before. Is it that these are new bits that I didn't see? Alright. Let's have a look. What are you? Oh, this is a train track. Honestly, I think I have been this way before. I think I may have been in all that mess, may have actually accidentally turned around back onto where I was prior. However, that's the side of a mountain. I ain't climbing a mountain. If I can avoid it. Climbing mountains is bad. It's a very bad way of handling the day. But, if we have to, we can. I'm thinking, we're just going to keep heading this-ish direction? I'm thinking this-ish direction. Yeah, I know, there's going to be some stuff here I've seen before. I may have picked some of the stuff up over the past week. But I've been to this one. That's an empty building. It's an empty warehouse. And if I wanted to take that home, that'd be a mess. Yeah, no. Hey, what's in that building? It's got a... had a red marker in the building. Makes me wonder what's in it. Because, well, maybe it's just the building is red. It's always possible. Yeah, this is what I even bother with. See, it's got all that stuff. And I don't need that stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a useful place to live. It's a useful warehouse to start in. But I don't need another one necessarily. But it's fine. Is that new or is that one I've seen before? I think I need to get about 20 clicks before we're completely into new territory. In any direction. So, I don't know how big this particular planet is. A lot of planets in Space Engineers are around, what is that, 30 to 50 kilometers. No, I've gutted this one already. See, I've gutted this one already. Get out of the bus. I'm thinking, though, we'll find something soon. What is that? I'm just glad there's not a lot of stuff trying to shoot at me. Because, you know, most of the time in Space Engineers, you got things that want to kill you. And in this case, we don't. Looks like a lot of stuff that I've already seen. Alright, let me check that little hovel. Looks like I've opened it already. Yeah, I've already looked at this one. Yep. And there's that one that's 3 clicks on the side of the mountain. I think we'll go there. We don't have anything on the trailer, so... we don't have to worry about the extra weight. But maybe. That'll be something good. I don't know. I'm just kind of picking a direction and going. I do know we want to be 20 or more clicks from the house, though. To find, new stuff. The farther I get from the house, the more it'll force to spawn. So, there is that. Somewhere up and over this. That's what we're looking for. A hovel in the snow. Now there is a windmill. Don't really need the windmill. A small building cargo container. Well, that's useful. An O2 gen. Also useful. Excuse me. And a shelf. You two are free, right? No? That's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, you can come with me. Yes. I need you up. Nope, not there. Oh, I don't have my pads off. Hold on, I think all my pads are off. Auto lock. Well, I use this side more, so. Because I use this side more, I sometimes forget to put the auto locks back on. Which can be annoying when I come across things I need to pick up. Oh well, not a big deal. These are wide enough that you can pick them up when they're empty. There we go. Thank you. And I don't want the windmill. Not something I need. Like I said, I've got, what is it now? 2 or 3 full solar panels. And 3 wind turbines. And for what we have to charge, it's plenty. I just have to remember to, when I log in, to do stuff around the house to make sure everything's plugged in. Because otherwise the batteries don't get a chance to charge. And we still have like a day. It's not a big deal. So what's this? If this is anything good. What is it? It's a nice little buggy. We could keep it to restore it. I wonder what's in it. Well, it's got a full cockpit. Let's brand that down and take a look and see what's inside. Alright, what do we have? We have wheels, 2 gyroscopes, a couple of small cargo containers. Nothing too fantastic, but, you know. We could totally pick it up. Totally pick it up. Give me a second. I just have to line up myself. So that I don't have to worry about it now. There we go. Such a beautiful thing. Oh, my script's working really good today. I wonder if there was a change. There was a patch. There was a patch this week. And I wonder if there was a change to the scripts. How scripts work. It's always possible. There we go. Turn on the lock. There we go. Pull it in. I don't think we're going to have to worry about this too much. And what we'll do is we'll pull it to the front of the bus. Okay, that's good to know. Pull it down. Oh, I haven't put that on the wheel yet. Here we go. I haven't put that on the script. I need to. I forgot to rebuild the script to put that on the script. It's a little janky, but it does work. All right, so bring it in, and then push it out. Nope, wrong way. Think. All Oh, good. It's already locked. There we go. Apparently I already had the things turned on. There are two over that way. I guess that works. I guess we can go that way. We can see if that works. I wonder. One was like 4K, one was like 7K, so we'll have to go see. Looks like my neck was broken for a while. Let's see. I don't know. I suggested my camera. Looks like nothing interesting. That's a piping. What is that, a truck or something? This does not look like I'm going to want to collect it. Maybe parts of it. Maybe I've already collected parts of it? No, it's a medical bus. I'll take the medical components and the tires. But that's like all the value on it. It's okay. These have medical components, and those are always useful. I mean, I already have two survival containers. But if I build a plane of some kind, then I want to have a survival can on that when I go to space. I doubt this is going to have anything good in it. The only thing that would be good is if it had like a medium cargo container, which I don't really need anymore. And I couldn't find them for a long time, and then I just got a whole bunch of them. So it's like, eh. Alright. I don't know which way that is. What's this one? Nothing of value. Except a button. The button's of value. Cow gloves. I think I already have those. Okay, hold on. I'll check the container. Container's the only thing that might have anything of interest in it. Motors. Power kits. Nah. And the reason I say that is because it could have grids. It's like the one thing we need. Because the cargo containers need those. And if we get another large container, or even a medium, large scale container, we'll need the grids for those. Or if you get a large scale container for a small grid, we'll need grids. But other than that, not really anything worth it. It's like, this isn't really worth it. And those medical components, kinda. Those motors. The motors were worth it. Don't get me wrong. We really could use the motors. We do need quite a few of them. Like all those ammo thrusters, I'm going to have to rebuild. They need a lot of motors. But I don't know. There's something. And there's another. This one doesn't look like it's as much, so we'll do this one first. This is like it's a couple of towers and maybe a box or something on the ground or a car. That could be interesting. But no buildings that I want to take home. Wow, I don't think there's anything over in this one. From the look of it. Oh no, there is something. I don't know what that is. But that is a something. Alright. What is the something? Is that one of those planes? Yeah, it is. One of those junk planes. They're just decorative, really. I brought it back because it looked interesting. Ooh, it's got a playful gyroscope. That is useful. Oh, we'll take that back with us. And you go. And let's see what else we have. Anything else good? Oh, another container. So this would be good. This is going to be useful. No problem. That's definitely useful. We'll put this over here on the side. Which will be the last item for this side of the bus. Thank you. Now, what do we have? Anything else? Check the motors. What's that? Is that an engine? I think so. Which means no power cells. So that would have been useful. Aside from that, the only thing that's good is these two here. These two engines. Well, we'll take the engines. I'll add them to my collection. Because we've got quite a few small engines like this for atmospheric flight. And they're not really that useful. But, you know. a lock. Just the tires. Yeah, just the wheels. Check the landing gear off that side. Okay, we're good. The rest of it's useless. Ow! That kind of hurt. That actually hurt. Okay. Now, we have that other location off to the left. I just have to get past these. And this looks like a good location. A couple of buildings and this one vehicle. So that should be nice. Question is any of it red? Because if it's not new, doesn't do us any good. But there is some more behind it. But again, I may have been to these buildings. Which is the shame of it. We'll park here. Yes, we have. We have been to these buildings. That means I've been to those buildings. This is where we took a container out of. That's the one we actually took home. So we're 23 from home. We've been to that building over there. So we want to go this way. See if there's anything new over here. I don't know, this particular adventure has been challenging for a number of reasons. I think the big one is the lack of thrusters. We're not getting any hydrogen thrusters. And since our goal is to basically make a rocket to take us into space, it doesn't even have to go anywhere. Just build a nice rocket to go into space. So I'm thinking a couple of atmo thrusters for steering, and all those large ones that we have, those medium and large ones that we have on the bottom as our primary booster stage. And then a couple of hydrogen thrusters from when we actually get into orbit to take us all the way into orbit. And maybe if we have enough, to do something with. And steer us towards another planet. I don't know. Just don't know. But that's our goal. Let's go over here. There's a flat part of the ice over here. So it looks like it's going to be better, easier for us to get through. The joys of travel. That's the one we already left. That's the other one we left. Those you've already seen. Now granted, that beep usually means that there's new stuff there. But or stuff that I haven't looted yet, at least. A lot of times it's like a building that I just don't feel like tearing down and making it, you know, white or green. I am not going to go over that mountain. Left or right? I'm going to go straight at the mountain. Looks like it's got a path around it. Maybe. On the right-hand side. The left-hand one looks pretty sheer, so I have to come back. This one over here looks pretty shallow. Those gullies look pretty good. So that might be a good way to go. I don't know. We haven't really found anything good today. I mean, this car I thought was just kind of like a cool little car. I mean, it's not really worth anything. I thought it was a cool vehicle. Excuse me. Except a battery in it or something. One thing I have to say is that where the control seat is in this bus, things get in the way. And I put a, where is it? Where did I put it? I thought I put a remote block on the bus, and it's like, not useful. So it zeroes in on the control seat, which is kind of weird. Doesn't make any sense, but, you know. I mean, what I could do is if I got into the rear end and then used the command block on the front on the bus, the control seat in the bus, that might give me a better point of view. I shot myself out the front of the bus. That's interesting. Bus control. So if I come in here and find bus control, bus. Yeah, no, when I take control, it still keeps the camera focused on where I'm seated, even though I'm controlling the bus. Well, actually, that may not be a bad thing. Because then the camera's... back here where it doesn't get in the way of everything. That's actually not a bad idea. What was that? Something blew up. What was it? Oh, you know what? I thought it was that gyroscope. Yeah, it was the gyroscope. It was that gyroscope that I picked up, that I, Oh my goodness, I can't see squat. Oh, this is bad. I guess there's nothing I can do at the moment. I mean, I can keep chugging along at a slow pace. But this is terrible. We're sitting in a whiteout. And I think it's getting worse. I'm hoping the storm will clear soon. And then we can actually get back to our mission. So apparently all the pads on the bus are not turned to auto on. So I guess we can go towards the unknown signal and pray. That it's not like, off a cliff or something. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible visibility. Wow. It's okay. We haven't had any blips come up other than this one, so just kind of go nice and easy through the snowstorm. Okay. Be there in a few seconds. Don't get me wrong, I like driving the bus, it's fun, but having the camera constantly bounce around because of all the stuff that we have strapped to the bus or whatever, it's really annoying. It's really annoying real quick. I don't know if it annoys me, it annoys, those who are watching. So... I am on a very, very large sheet of ice. What do you have? Button. Who's got the button? Don't care about that. Button. And I didn't find anything. One of these days, I might actually collect some parachutes. Okay. So yeah, it looks like a mountain over there. That's a very large mountain over there. Let's go this way. Don't need my lights on. Because I can see now. Let's go this way. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drive in a roughly straight line around the planet tonight. So I can guarantee I'm going to pick up some new stuff. Now, this particular mod, which is a scenario, was created by Splitsy. And it's the only, if you go to Steam and type in Scrapyard, it's the only one that really comes up as his mods for it. And you see the collection for it, no big deal. And it's got basically 4 planets. It's got the ice planet, which is what I'm on, the Earth-like planet, a desert planet, and the last one is a mountainous, hilly one. And I did a test playthrough on this seed for all of them. But the desert one was cool, but it seemed like everybody who was doing the mod was playing on the desert planet. And the Earth, like, just felt, I don't know, boring. The hilly mountainous one, based on the seed that I was looking at, that one was probably the hardest one because it has a bunch of plateaus. And don't get me wrong, I think it's what? Oh, it's just a mountain, not that way. I think it's cool. I really do. But every time I turned around, it was spawning stuff on top of the plateau. And without being able to make a flying machine reliably and quickly, that's not fun. Because most of them you can't get on top of. You don't have the jetpack to be able to fly up, because that's disabled. And it was just, I found it to be a mess. Now, don't get me wrong. I think if it had a better seed for it, where it wasn't all plateaus, like, for everything, it might be okay. But in this case, I got really high mountains and a whole lot of glass. I don't mind the glass. Makes it easier to work with. But we could really use something to look at other than the glass. Because we've had no buildings for a while. And if I remember correctly, the spawn generator I sped up to like 5 to 7 minutes. So we should be getting them more often. I also turned the despawn timers basically off. So nothing despawns. I think if I leave planet, it'll despawn things. I think. But the auto cleanup for unpowered grids isn't turned on, which is normal. Which is a normal thing to do for this type of adventure. But for a normal game, you wouldn't do that. You would have unpowered grids get cleaned up after, an hour or two. Just so there's not little tiny components and fragments, like 1 block, 2 block things just lost. Just coming up the server. But in our case, because we're running locally, it's just me. It doesn't matter if it gets a little wonky or a little laggy, because if it starts annoying me too much, I can go into the settings and just start clearing stuff out. But in the case of this, probably not. By about the time it starts becoming an issue, we will probably be done with this series. Alright, our first real find since getting on this ice plate, and we're 50k from the house. Positive note, I haven't died in this series, because there's not much that can shoot me. But there are active guns. So if I find a building that's got an active gun on it and I'm not careful, I can't get shot by it. But at least I have a survival container. Alright, there we go. Looks like we've got... This building's got some good stuff in it. Now, this might be an okay building to take home if you wanted to. I'm not a fan of it, but, It's too small. You can build this on your own. All these parts that are in here, except for the cargo container that's sometimes in this building, and this programmable block. You can...
Inventory full.
Oops.
Inventory full.
I am full. That kind of stuff. Thank you. Oops. Never mind. I guess I'll go on the other side. Guess I'll go down the other way and see what we can find. Pick up those. I don't need the programmable block. Conveyor junction. We don't need the large programmable block. Doesn't do us any good. Small programmable blocks are useful. Large, not so much. Alright. Let's go on to the next little fragment of things, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find something good. Alright. Let's start over here. Now, I know that one, what that one is. That's not a problem. Oh, I actually have one of these buildings. I took one of these home. There is absolutely nothing in this thing. But I thought it was a cool little building. So I took it home. Now you want bulletproof glass? This is definitely a building for you. But aside from that, the only thing that's worth it here is the door. It's really the only thing worth taking with you. So I'll take the door because it's got a lot of computers and motors. It's got some computers, it's got some motors. And trust me, if you want to know what we need, that's it right there. Computers and motors. Whatever. I'll write about it. Alright. So, what else do we have here? Take the front bus seat. Actually, there is a dumpster over here. And the winner is a whole bunch of wheels. That is good. Ammo. That means large steel tubes. Large steel tubes are always a win. Not as much as computers right now. Right now, the big win that we need is a bunch of computers. So, if we can find a bunch of computers, that'll be good. We can find which buildings are these? Okay, so this one I think is a container. Yeah, it's a small cargo container. It's all dead though. I'll just take the parts from it. I have enough small cargo containers. I don't really need another, husk of a frame.
Inventory full.
So I won't take that with me because I already have one husk of a frame on the. There it is. On the bus. So I don't need it. What's this over here? Oh, I still hit. Just barely. It's another one of those junk frames with nothing really on it. Okay. So, yeah, that was okay. That was definitely okay. I'll give it that. So I'm thinking we're just going to continue whatever direction this is. And maybe we'll find something really good. Like that little house. I already have one of those worked into the base. So, and there's nothing really in there that you can't recreate. So I might just, keep that. But I might, I could always add to it, expand it, make it larger. Add more space, more rooms, whatever. That's not a big deal. But I'm hoping for one of the other building designs to come up soon. There's like 2 different workshops. And I think I want to take one of them home with me. But I haven't seen any in a while. And I don't really know. I saw them like when I first started playing. And then I think they went through cleanup. So I haven't seen them since. Which is a shame because I really liked one of the two designs. I just have no clue where I saw one. And at the time I didn't have the trailer, so I couldn't just easily take it home. All I had was a lifting arm. Instead, I didn't have a full crane yet. I was a basic lifting arm at that point. It was terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. But, you know, it was what I had to work with. So I didn't want to risk trying to take something home, big buildings home, when all I have is a garbage lift arm. So, at that point, I think the last time I saw a good building that I wanted, I think the bus wasn't even done yet. I think I was still had half a bus. Because in the first week or two, the bus was, what was the big school bus? I don't even think I had the, I think it was standard width for, I think, the first week. So the first episode of this, I think it was standard width. Then I started widening the school bus. And the second week, I had the front end done. And then it was the second or third week of this series that I finally finished the school bus. And then it was week 4, I think, when I did the trailer. And I'm thinking, if people like these designs, I'll strip them down to the actual blueprints that I have and throw the blueprints for the trailer and the bus up on the workshop if anyone wants to see it. But if anyone wants to play with them. And I'll probably do the bus by itself, and the bus with the crane. But I'm going to take I have this side lifter arm on here that's kind of weird. You don't need that. I have that because that was before I had the crane and before I had the trailer. Every once in a while I needed to pick up a large block. I just did not have the ability to do it. We have the grabby hands on this particular mod kit, and that helps. I can pick a lot of stuff up and throw it on the bus. But I can't pick up a lot of large blocks. So large grid blocks, a lot of them, can't pick them up. A lot of the larger small grid blocks, can't pick them up. So you need to have a lifting arm or a crane or something. So before I got the crane, I used that for single height large blocks. And it works out really well. I still use it. I get 3 or 4 atmospheric thrusters, or one of those big, large atmospheric thrusters or something like that. Or a fully completed tank that cargo container or something that I can't lift up. I don't really want to deal with the crane. I just use the arm. So right about now we should be seeing something new soon, hopefully, as we travel on the open ice. I'm hoping we see something new soon. But, it is the hazards of not having anything to look at. See, within 15K of my home base, there's been a lot of wrecks that I found. So I stop, I pick through, I scavenge, or whatever. So with a 7 to 10 minute timer, by the time I'm done picking through the new addition to the whatever junkyard I'm at, the next one's usually loading, or I've already loaded. But we're out here. We are in completely open territory, area I've never been in before. So we have to wait for the timer to pick up. Now, I'm taking this advantage to take a tour around the world. And I really am. I'm trying to go around the planet. Now, this planet looks to be, I'd say, based on where our marker is, probably 70 or 80k across. Which isn't too bad for planets and space engineers. It's not as bad as some planets I've seen. Some people have made the planets like 200 or 300k across, and it completely deforms the landscape. Because you have like sand dunes, or you'll have plateaus, but they're absolutely massive. But on the smaller planets, they're actually reasonably sized. But on the larger ones, they're like so massive it's unreasonable. Yeah, no, it's a problem. So at this rate of travel, we don't have a lot of time left on the bus. I might actually have to use the hydrogen engine on this thing at some point. Because the batteries... small ones have some battery power. Yeah, they're all around half. That's definitely an issue. However, if I need battery power or whatever, I can always just collect the ones off of the unknown signals and just bolt them on. Doing that will give me more battery power. So, there is that. It's not a lot, but that buys, I think it's like 5 to 7 minutes of power. I know, it doesn't sound like a lot. It doesn't sound like a whole lot. But when you start bolting on small batteries, over time, you bolt on enough small batteries, it's a thing. Like, as an example, you saw how many batteries I had. They're actually all right here. Right under the bus. That's where all the batteries are. A whole lot of them. So, we've got lots of batteries. We've got lots of time. As long as we don't go, like, max speed across this ice, we'll be okay. Ah, I let it stall. There we go. Oops. I'm interested to see where the global boundary is, because based on that, yeah, it looks like probably about 70, 75. We are in the trek to nowhere. We should have a new signal coming up any minute now. There's the save. So right around now, we should see one. Where's our new wreck? I don't see any. Doesn't mean they're not out there. Just don't see them. Man, we could use a new wreck. I want a good one, too. Unfortunately, because we have no refiners, we have no assemblers. I even think deposits are turned off in this environment, so it doesn't even like generate ore deposits for the survival mode. We have some really serious restrictions on it. And because we have serious restrictions, the it makes it more of a challenge because you have to find new stuff. You have to find components and things. Unfortunately for us, in this particular scenario, we have the small problem of lack of things to salvage today. Normally I've got a lot of stuff, we're like, because I'm staying real close to the house. Here we go. I see it. It's over here. It's over here. So there's a lot of stuff to look at, a lot of stuff to salvage, there's things to do and whatever. Today I decided to go in a direction I haven't gone in a while. And did you know what? Let's just see if we can go around. Let's just go on the planet. Which I knew was going to make for a very boring stream. But it is what I chose for today. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, it's one little fragment of a thing. Really? Really? What is it? Oh my goodness. This is the small helicopter. And it's completely intact. That's cool. Okay, we'll take this one home. Wait a minute. What's wrong with my tires? My tires are all being wonky. What's your angle? What's your steering angle? 10? That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know why it's being wonky. The tires are acting like they're hitting something. I think the steering on these rear tires is too far over. Let me lower it down just a little bit. Okay. It's acting really, really weird. Right? That's bad. that is not supposed to do that. Wrong button. Okay. Yeah, it's just all of a sudden my wheels are being weird. Oh my gosh. I have no clue why. Okay, let me... That was good. Hold on. Lights off. Crane on. Alright. So let's go ahead and grab this thing with the crane. Alright. There we go. Now, send it out. Locked. Cool. So, helicopter up. Ooh. Let's not flip the truck. That would be bad. That would not be a good thing. Alright. So, pull in the truck. Up, up, down. Go out to the hand, lift it up. No, that's fine. We're okay. Definitely in the okay category. Okay, hold on. Um, there we go. Now it's locked down to the pink pads. Now if we just unlock it here, we'll be okay. Pull it back. Oops. Pull it up. Pull it in, pull it down, and close it. Nice. Now we'll take this home because this is the first one I've found that's actually really intact. I'll put it in my airplane graveyard when I get back to the base. Because in our little scrapyard area, I have 2 large Chinooks. I'm gonna sit in the back. Yep, locked. Cool. I'm thinking there's damage here somewhere. One of the wheels, tires, something. I don't know why, but I'm just not sure what's going on. mean, this bus is big enough that I can fit underneath it. No problems. I think it's just having a bad day. But it's fine. I mean, I know where the grind points could be. So, I know where I need to adjust it. Assuming it's, all of a sudden now it's hitting on. Oh. See, now it's working just fine. For whatever weird reason, all of a sudden it decided that one of those little corners is now not going to work for it. There it is, off to the left. Looks like a wind turbine. I don't know, what else do we have over here? What do we got? We've got a wind turbine. Looks like a farm style, which isn't really useful. Now, it does have the advantage of there's usually a small, like woodshed type building with it. And that can sometimes have some good stuff in it. I found the one hydrogen thruster I have was out of one of those buildings. Let's see. Here it is. So, this is the same shed I had before. That had the one hydrogen thruster in it. Thank you. So now I have 2 hydrogen thrusters. It's not enough to get us into space, but it is a start. We need more than that, but it's a start. So if you're wondering why I'm going into the back of the bus, it's because I have a remote control block on the bus itself, and that particular remote control block is what I'm using to control the bus. But I'm in the trailer, so it puts the camera at the back of the whole conglomeration. If you were paying attention before when I was in the bus, and I was actually driving from the bus seat, the camera bounces around a lot. Because of the crane and the cargo container and the other various things that I have attached to the bus that get in the way. But from back here, not a big deal. I can drive from back here all day. Maybe it's only 60, maybe about 65. Not sure. I know we're gonna go this way though. It's probably why I was having such bad power performance. Because the wheels, the tires were scraping. But it's okay. I do want to... wheels. And I want to set it by his friction. That way they don't slow down. It'll take longer for it to slow down. But I can compensate for that. But it shouldn't slow as fast. No, it's still slowing pretty quick. It's all good. It's all good. We've got a helicopter today. I've got a little car today, both of which I've never seen intact. I've seen broken ones before. I mean, really broken ones. But I really wanted a building, but I'll take the helicopter for my museum. Because, considering I don't think I'm going to get off this planet anytime soon, I might just make a museum out of it. I mean, seriously, I might just have to make a museum out of it. Because that's the only way I think I'm going to actually get it off this planet. Is that hopes and a dream. But I do have two small hydrogen thrusters. So, the option I have is to take, the two war batteries I have, see if I can get them fixed up. Bolt them together. Put a cockpit on it with an O2 gen attached to it. A medium cargo container attached to that with ice in it. So, that conglomeration with two batteries bolted onto it. I think I have 3 or 4 of the large atmospheric thrusters. Bolt them on. And then bolt on several hydrogen tanks onto this agglomeration. And then when I get far enough up, turn the hydrogen thrusters on and just pray there's enough thrust. Though, based on the fact that I have small hydrogen thrusters, I'm going to need 4 or 6, I think, in order to break atmosphere. And since that's our goal, is to break out of the atmosphere, we're going to need at least 4 to 6. And what I'll probably do is, out of some of these unknown signals, actually scavenge the parachutes and then put the parachutes on there so that if I don't make it, I don't blow up in a million pieces and lose the whole conglomeration. That's my thinking. So I really need to start saving some parachutes. Or at least the canvas. I don't know if I have any canvas. I think I have canvas from some of the parachutes. I'm not sure. If I don't have canvas, there's no point in saving parachutes. If they don't drop canvas. Because that would just be a waste. Waste of time to save the parachute dispensers if you don't have any canvas. I'll have to check next time I see one. That's not, 15 minutes behind me. I don't know. I think we're finally going down. There's one 2K behind me. I just have to be facing the right direction to see it spawn in. It's over here, 2K. So Where did it spawn in? It's just over this, over here. Don't see it. Hopefully it was something good. There it is. Off to the left over there by that little foothill. We'll get there. What do we got? So it looks like a wind turbine. It's like the last one, where it has one of those little dog houses and a wind turbine. Now, we don't really care about the wind turbine. We do kind of care about what's in the doghouse. What is loose? Something's loose. Nope, it's not you. It's the crane. I see it, I see it, I see it. It's the hand. The whole crane. Looks like it wants to explode. I have had more jitter in the bus today than I've had in a long time. I don't know. It's having an issue. I don't know who's got the issue today, but it's having an issue in the crane arm. I don't know what this thing's issue is today. Okay, why is that happening? Okay, hold on. That's because the crane base hinge and rotor are not supposed to have the inertial tensor turned on. Okay. I am still really concerned that this thing is just going to want to blow up on me. Because I really don't want that to happen. Alright, I'll just... I don't know what this thing's problem is. I'm not sure. This is the first I've had this problem before. Wait, maybe it's... Nope. I don't know what the problem is. I honestly don't know. This is the first time I've had this particular jiggle problem. Oh, there's a disabled turret in here. Medium cargo container. I guess we'll take this. Oops. Never mind. It's a one for better with power cells in it. Take the ammo out of it, I guess. I don't know what its problem is today. I've been working with this thing for weeks, and this is the first time I've had this thing do it. Okay, so it's not the parking brake being on. Because all these things are not supposed to be parking braked on. But what we do have here is gonna be a bad day. It's definitely going to be a bad day. Because I'm afraid the crane might blow up. So, what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the crane. Go to the crane. Oh, wait. I can't actually access the crane from there. So I'm going to access the crane. Turn it on. Take it out. This is just such a concerning thing. Because what's banging up here is the elbow. The elbow. All right, let me. Need to bring it down farther. Okay, so now I know what's going on. I don't know how to fix it. Uh, 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 uh. I have no clue why all of a sudden this is not behaving itself. I don't know. This is gonna really be a pain in the butt. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just acting funny today. Crane elbow. All the heads are attached. Okay. And now they're no longer synced. Alright. I am going to... Where's the programmable block? Crane program block. Recompile. to rebuild refix the crane. Because now it's completely jammed up. Yay! I have no clue. Crane. Crane. Elbow. Yep, I don't know why those two motors aren't working. But that's the problem. Is these two aren't working properly. I don't get it. Alright, hold on. Let me... hinge lock. That's the problem. Okay, so somehow the hinge lock got turned on. And it's all messed up now. Alright, hold on. Elbow group, for whatever reason, has a hinge lock issue. But see now, those are working, but those aren't working. I swear, the whole crane looks like it's about to explode.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I don't need it to be functional. I just want to be able to try and rebuild it.
Inventory full.
I don't know. I will... Okay, so basically... we're just gonna have to watch the crane explode until I can figure out what's wrong with it. It might fix itself when I restart the client, but well, that's a problem. But I don't want to spend too much time on that when that could just be the system. Some really weird bugs with the crane, with the pistons and rotors and cranes and stuff. That's why a lot of other games don't use them. Because there's just some really wonky stuff that'll happen. That can happen when you use things like pistons and rotors. I mean, I have accidentally made jumping jacks. I'm assuming that's the one we've already looked at. Cool. So this is the one we've already looked at. I don't know. Nope. This is a new one. What do we have here? Oh, this is one of those trucks with a large cargo container for a small grid. Oh, you're coming home. Well, I don't think the truck's coming home, but that cargo container is, if I can get a hold of it. Let's get that cargo container. I don't have the parts to fix it, but I do have enough parts to be able to make sure it's not going to blow up on me. Which is the big thing here. Though even this thing's jiggling up a storm. Ooh, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think it's just... this thing's jiggle physics are on the frets today. I think that's the big issue, is that the jiggle physics are on the frets. That's gonna be fun. Alright. Oh, that's a good sign. We just have to get this large cargo container off the thing, because I can't trust the crane right now. So I can't use that. I'm going to have to do this manually. Which means I need it as light as I can get it. So I can use my hands and pick it up. Actually, if I can push it over here, I was gonna say, if I can push it over there somewhere, it'll lock itself down. Okay. So, on that note, we've now got a large cargo container for a small grid. That's a first. I'll take that. I could have dug through that truck a little more to see if there's anything hiding in it. I don't think there is. There might be some like hydrogen tanks or whatever on there. But honestly, my hydrogen truck, basically, I'm just gonna put a standard cockpit on it, pipe everything up, and just gonna slap the turbines to it. We already got it assembled and piped up. All it needs is the thrusters. And it'd be good to go. Now, what is this? What are you? You are an ice cream truck. You have a very busted survival kit. You're basically a rolling survival kit. That's really like all you are. And there ain't nothing there that's useful. So, I'll just take what's useful out of it. Unlock those. That'll give me a little more flexibility and hopefully it won't blow up on me. Alright. We're good to go now. I think at this point, I have no clue. I'm going to do a new save point because Space Engineers gets a little weird sometimes. And if it crashes or if it explodes or whatever, I want to have at least a good save. That's the wrong direction. Trying to go this way. Now, for all I know, it's trying to... The crane still thinks it's attached to the helicopter. I've had that happen before. Where the crane thought I was still attached to something else, so I was freaking out. Now, that large, small frame cargo container. I don't know why I'm going to do that. I might put it on the hydrogen bus. As an ice storage tank or something. It's the first one of those I've seen. Because I really don't need an ice miner or anything like that. Honestly, I can hand mine enough hydrogen for a small craft to get off the ground. That's not too much of a problem. And the hydrogen tanks in the refueling vehicle are basically full. So what I don't know is if I got enough battery power. Because we may not have enough battery power, and I'll have to run the hydrogen engine. Now the hydrogen engine is good to go. It'll get me another, I think, hour or two. Easily. Something like that. I forget. Unfortunately, it burns kind of quick because the batteries suck off the hydrogen and everything else does too. So it's like, for that, I have to remember to, like, turn the crane off, and so I don't have all the excess stuff. Drawing power. It really doesn't take that much. Most of the power goes to the wheels anyway. Now I got 55K to home. Going this way. And with any luck, we'll get there uneventfully. We won't blow up. The crane won't explode. And then tomorrow, I'm still having issues with the crane. I'll basically redo the whole thing. Redo the scripts and stuff. If it's still messing up after I reload. But I won't know that until I actually can reload tomorrow. It's like it seems to be, at the moment, behaving itself. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's always hard to tell if these things are behaving themselves. Let's see, anything interesting? Don't see anything new. I'll have to wait and see. When I do the compilation for this video, it's going to be real short. It really is going to be short. Because, we really didn't do much tonight. Except argue with the crane. Travel on ice for 3 hours. Have some random target way back there. I don't even know what that is. I think it's what my spotlights are pointing at. Yeah, I think that cleared it when we set the spotlight. So it was pointing at something. But it's also being weird because, like, the tires were scraping, and they've never scraped before. And now the crane's acting up. And the hitch was weird because the hitch was all locked, and it's not supposed to be locked. Unless it's stowed. Then it's either locked or it's off. One or the other. I don't remember which. or if I lock it, or if I turn it off. But it's in a state that it doesn't cause issues when I dock the bus or whatever. I don't know. I've seen some people have some really crazy things happen. I've had some crazy things happen. So. So that one over there is the Earth-like planet. And the red one up there is the, I believe that's the rocky planet. No, that could be the desert planet. I'm not exactly sure which at the moment. I don't need that. Of course, this is the first time I've tried driving from the back end of the bus, so maybe it's an issue with the remote block. Oh. It's possible it could do with the remote block being weird. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I wouldn't put it past it. Because remote blocks sometimes do some really strange stuff. But you also need to kind of use them in order to do a good crane setup. You definitely need to use remote blocks and scripts and such. Even if you're not using scripts, even using all vanilla controls, it's heavily recommended to use a remote block because there's just so many things that you have to worry about. So many controls that you have to do, and it's just recommended to do it from a remote block. That way, you don't have to worry about it interfering with your driving controls or other normal controls that you need in order to make the vehicle operate. Oh, I thought with a 5 to 7 minute timer, we'd see a lot more stuff out here. But, man, we ain't seeing squat today. And when we do see something, it's like spawning behind us. If at all. Now, in space, it's not a big deal. But on the planet or whatever, it can get nasty. I've seen stuff spawn in the planet before. And that's always fun. I mean, there's controls for that, so you can go to all the active frames and be able to remove the ones that, you don't want or are acting stupid. I forget how to do it now. But, there's a lot of stuff like that. Alright. So that puts us 45 clicks from home on a straight line. So we'll see if um, anything weird happens along the road. I hope not. I mean, I'd rather get some more stuff. And that large cargo container is amazing. Do I have need of it? Not really. Now that I've got, I got a bunch of medium ones. So I don't really need the large one. I mean, I would have put it on the bus in a heartbeat. I'd have built the bus around it. But, the fact that I'm just now getting it, I don't need it on the bus. I got the bus has 6 medium cargo containers, the connector, and, it's a, wait a minute, I saw a blip over here. Problem is, I think it was over that hill. So it's useless to me. Now, where do you see a blip? It's useless. Now, once I get under 30K from home, especially under 20, around 20K, we'll start seeing stuff that I've already looked at and picked through and may or may not have seen before. Because that's where we are. That's where we've been. At the rate we're going, we'll actually get back within the next hour. Which is good, because we normally end at about 11. I really want to get all the way back home. So, we'll take it all the way back home, and then we'll end the recording there. If it ends up getting too late or whatever, I'll just finish recording off stream for the return trip. And then, clip it all together. But with the 20K, with the 40K, unless I'm coming in directly behind the big mountain, we should be okay. That's like the worst thing that could happen if we're coming in right behind the big mountain. So I hope that's not the case. But as long as that's not the case, we're good to go. There won't be any issues. Getting back to the house. And, now, unloading it, won't have time to do that tonight. Especially with the crane on the frets. I won't be able to unload it with the big crane. I'll have to use the forklift. That I can do. I mean, I can unload it with the forklift. No, it's no problem. But I won't be able to use the big crane to unload anything. Which means the buggy and the helicopter will be a little tricky to unload. But it's 2K behind me. I'm interested. This is why going in a straight line is sometimes bad. Because it spawns stuff behind you a lot. See, there's a lot. What is that? Looks like the crane was working because I could pull up the camera on the crane. What is this? This looks interesting. It's probably a lot of nothing. Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of nothing. So it's a downed windmill. What is this? It's just a large wheel. I'll take that. No value. Not much value there. What is this? Medium cargo container on a busted up wagon. So, take the tires out of it. There might be some large tubes in it. Oops. Aside from that, just grab that, and we're good to go. Thank you. All stuff that's easily carryable. Wait, there's a pad right there. Why is that pad not working? Because your auto lock is off. Alright, here we go. Aside from that, this truck is toasted. I don't need you. Take your motors though. Okay. Well, that was kind of worth it, I guess. And that medium cargo container is useful, so I guess that makes it worth it. Alright, moving on. So, you figure if you're going 40 meters a second, that means that you're going, what is it? Averaging 40 meters a second. You're going 144 kilometers an hour. So if I don't stop, I can get all the way around this place in like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Without having to dodge stuff. Going in a straight line. But that's not going to happen. And when you have squirrels like these, what do we got here? What is this? Blah, blah, blah. Nice water tower. Nothing in it. Oh! It's a harvester. Well. I don't know what to say. I only ever seen this one before. I don't know if there's anything in the trunk. Well, let me pull up and see. I don't see anything of value in this. I mean, let me just slap a computer on here and see what's in here. Access panels, conveyors, 2 hydrogen engines. That one's access denied. That one's incomplete. Industrial cockpit. An incomplete warfare battery. That warfare battery might actually be worth taking home, though. Well, I think let's see. Hey, the crane straightened itself out. Whatever its issue was, it's square. Cool. So for this, we're going to want a left-ish angle. Something along these lines, I think. Like that, maybe. Now, let's extend out the arm. I'm thinking I'm going to want to drop the landing gear. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop the landing gear. Alright. Only because this thing's going to be large, it's going to be unwieldy, and it's going to be heavy. However, it is the first one we've gotten, so we definitely want to take it home. Oops. About to slide out of my chair. Okay. So, in order to do this, come on, rotate. Doesn't want to rotate. All right. Crane, hand rotor. Oh. Well, how about we give it an actual rotation speed? All right. Hand rotor. Wait. Hand rotor. Ah, see. Wow, that was entertaining. How about we put that back where it belongs? Just trying to take off. There we go. Now, what we want to do here is easy. Easy, cowboy. Hold on. I cannot see from that angle. And with the camera bouncing around like that, it's really, really hard. I put on the wrong one, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Uh-huh. Easy, don't bounce. Because the crane's being wonky today. Crane, base, hinge, and that'll make it more rigid. Okay. All right, lockdown. Seven's actually the wrong command, but it's okay. Alrighty. Takes care of that. And then do this. Fold it around. Thankfully, my keyboard allows me to use, 4 keys at once. So I can sometimes actually use the controls that are supposed to work. Okay. So, frame, camera, control, put that on 6, thank you. Alright. So, home is that way. Oh, that's right. It's like, wait a minute, what's wrong here? Oops. It's retracting. It's off. And you need to release. There we go. There we go. All right. Mm-hmm. And that might be what our problem is. That might be why I was scraping earlier. Is because the tire offsets was too low. Or the strength isn't high enough, one or the other. It's fine. I just adjust the offset and we're good to go. I mean, I have to take it back to 28.5 in order to park. Because that's where the connectors line up. But it's okay. But hey, everything's back to normal. I do want to check to see if this thing even has canvas. I mean, it's got a spare canvas in it. Oh, God! Killed by the container? What the? Okay, that's a first. I mean, literally, it's my first death. And this new container decided I was not worthy. Well then. Note to self. I got the leopard suit. Not pretty. Yeah, see, no canvas. So, they're not worth salvaging because unless you have canvas, they would do you know, that's not what I want. Just want to come here. Unload. Well, that was a new experience. I'll have to add that to my video of stupid things that I've done in this particular adventure. First death, and what was it too? A crate popping out of a small container. Oh, okay. That's gonna be up as a short, probably, on my short list. I'm creating a short or series of shorts from all of my fails from this series. And unfortunately, I didn't start that from the beginning, so I don't have all the clips. I have all the recordings, but I don't have all the clips. So I'm going to have to go through and all the back videos and find all those little clips of things like that right there where I bought it. And how did I die? Stupidity. I mean, up until this last patch, or previous patch? Is it this last one or the one right before it? That did not happen. It didn't chuck a container out of an object that has a container. Now, I do like the idea of it because you don't have as much debris on the ground when you open a container. It's a lot harder to like grind down ammunition and kill yourself that way, or to what's the other one that's a great way to get yourself killed or lose stuff? Ammunition is the big one, but there's other various things that can happen, like accidentally grinding up materials, and they don't go in your inventory; they just get destroyed. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So we are now 31K from the house because we decided to load up the carbine, and we're coming up on a settlement. Now, this is either going to be we're just running past it, or I will be here in a few minutes. The question is, what's inside? That's the question. We are passing by. This type of settlement, that building, there's nothing really in it. Those buildings, they have a ton of wonderful, useful crate materials, but I don't need them right now. Right now, I just want to get this thing home. And to do that, I have to get to the other side of that mountain. So, that's going to be an issue. How's it going? I'm always account for game engine junk, right? You know what? If I don't know how long you've been watching, because YouTube's kind of weird on that. But about an hour ago, I was arguing with my crane, trying to figure out why it was all clanking. It was clanking up a storm. No clue why. Couldn't figure it out. And then it just stopped at one point. It was weird. Yeah, so today's been kind of a weird stream because the crane was acting up, the hitch was acting up, and I died to a crate bouncing out of an unknown signal. First death in this whole adventure, and I died to a crate popping out of an unknown signal. It's a thing. It's an absolutely terrible thing. But, you know, it's life. I think that's the mountain behind the house. I think. So we'll have to see how that works. But, yeah. Our goal is just to get back home and call it a day. Yeah, we're down to 10 hours in idle. It's definitely going to be a close one. And the batteries, I have to remember to charge them up. That's when I tuned in, stuck around to see what was going on. Yeah, I have no clue. It straightened itself out. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It was janky and then straightened itself out. Got me. But I do go through on Sunday. I go through the whole video and I crop it down to like a 30-minute or 30 to 40-minute episode so that people can kind of watch the progress of the adventure. And I've started clipping out highlights of weird jank that's happening, and I don't know, but the crane is a fiasco, so that's probably just gonna get, ignored in that clip. I was probably skip it when I do the shortened video. But the death, I'm definitely going to add to what will be my short collection. I've got blowing up containers. I've got what was it? I blew up a container. I blew up a windmill when I was doing some demo stuff. I think it was either the windmill or my truck blew up. No, it was my engine. I was trying to put a windmill up, and I blew my engine out of my truck. Straight up, it went poop. I'm like, well, that's bad. Silly stuff like that. I just gotta get them all cropped out and get them into that, 5 to 10 second format. I know I really should be going home, which is over there on the other side of the mountain, but this one's like 2 clicks out, so I want to at least see what this is. Because it might guide my adventure later. I've gone 2 clicks and I don't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now, in this case, we'll go there, and then we're going to go back to that pass right there. That should take us back to the house. Oh, I've had worse adventures. I haven't played Space Engineers seriously in a while, but when I was doing some demo stuff, trying to, I wanted to check to see what was currently going on. So it's like, how's the current, stability of the game? Do rotors and pistons and hinges work again? Because they've been on and off, whether they work or not. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do some test stuff, and I'll do that. And I think I accidentally deleted it, but I have a save point, or had a save point, on one of my test profiles for this particular pre-stream, where I was testing cranes, okay? Just testing the cranes to make sure that you know, it works, it's functional, and I actually, to see if I really wanted to go through the effort of dealing with a crane. Because that means I have to find a script and in order to do it well, which I have one. And, you know, there's nothing in either of those containers. Let me guess, this is going to be the cheap warehouse. And it's the cheap warehouse. Not even worth the trip. And it decided to spaz out. I don't know what went wrong, but there's forces going in all the wrong directions, and my crane shot off into the distance, probably from here, I don't know, good 200 meters away. And it just kept, it was just a spinning ball of death. There was no way you were getting anywhere near it. And at the time, I wasn't doing a test recording. So I didn't have my recording gear turned on, so I didn't have that. But it managed to do an autosave right after it engaged. I'm like, I need to record this. And I think it went out when I did a file purge, because I was just trying to get rid of a bunch of dump files from testing, so it sucks. But it was really funny because it was just spazzing out, and I have no clue why. I don't know if it was the gyroscopes that I had on there, because it was from one of those crazy drone things. What are you? I don't even know what this is. Oh, well, it's a flatbed who decided to crash into another flatbed carrying a totaled car. Alright, so that's just a really freaky one. That's just weird. So I've seen some really crazy things in Space Engineers before. Really crazy things happen. Yeah, so like I said, I've seen a lot less crazy stuff since I started doing this particular series. Though, if this series, has popularity behind it, which it's getting views, so there is that. In the shorter parts of it, I'm probably going to continue with the survival series, doing the Scrapyard Survival. So I think I'm going to go with a little more I don't know. I'm going home. I might want to go with one that's got a little more aggression to it. So it's got like combat drones or something. More guns, more things that can shoot me. Because this particular adventure, none of the guns. I've had one gun in a building that was turned on. And I was able to get around that one without getting shot. I think it was on week 3, or day 3 rather. I think it was day 3 on week 2. But I haven't seen an active gun since. But I like my bus. My bus I got on day 1. Believe it or not, that is the first thing I found was what would become this bus. it was a standard school bus, and I made it way wider. Made it way wider, and I added a trailer before last week's stream. I made the trailer for it. It was last week's stream. I made the trailer for it, and I'm gonna take the cleaned up version of the bus, and I'm gonna put it over on the Steam Workshop. So for those that want to use the bus, I'm gonna have it out there. That and the trailer. I'm gonna do the trailer too. But the trailer, it needs a little more work because it actually needs to have like a real battery on it. It doesn't have any battery power. At the moment, it consists of, I think, 2 small batteries? Maybe 3 small batteries? Something like that. It's got nothing on the battery power. It's just enough battery to get off of its dock and, connect to the bus. It's not actually usable if you wanted to use it as an actual thing. Yeah. I like the bus. The bus is cool. The bus and the trailer is cool. I mean, like, there's this wheel back here that's off by 1 block. I gotta fix that before I can put this up. And then underneath here, I'll probably shove the batteries. Shove like 2 standard batteries underneath it. The bus, I need to actually take out to a creative mode and fix it, because it does have the hydrogen engine, and it does have 1 large battery in the front. 1 standard battery in the front. It should have 2. And I think it should have 1 engine and 2 batteries. But I haven't fixed it yet. So I have to take it over into the creative mode in order to fix it, so I can actually set it up correctly. There's also a lot of little stuff that needs to get fixed on it. Like there's parts of the undercarriage that are still wrong. It's got the wrong tiles. The tires will scrape on certain blocks, so I have to put in the correct like half height blocks or whatever to make that to where they don't scrape. A lot of little stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's just I just haven't spent the time in the creative mode to do all those little tweaks. Once I do the tweaks, I'll put it up in the workshop. And I'll put a little announcement over on X and on YouTube. I'll put a little message saying that, they're on the workshop and put the links to them once they're up. I think I might do that as this week's intermission episode. Is just take the bus and the trailer over into creative and do the recording of me fixing them up. That might be what I do for my intermission episode. Because I usually do like 1 episode between streams. And it's a lot of times me just fixing the bus. Like when I built the bus, I did the bus all that way. Because the bus took like 20 hours to build. It took forever to build the bus. Medical components. Yay. Okay, I'll take the base seal tubes. I'll take yours. this looks like I've been here. It's not mine. Honestly, I didn't do this. I swear I didn't do that. Because I wouldn't have used an AI block. Or not a remote block to do that with. Put that inside. We'll get these medical components real quick. Yeah, no, 20 hours. It took forever. It was 20 hours over 3 days, I think it was, to rebuild. Something like that. Because the first day, I did the front half of the bus, so the engine area and the front wheel wells. Got it up on 6 tires and widened the wheelbase. The second day, I did the rear wheel wells and I think the undercarriage. And then the third day was basically the cab. Because the cab's much wider than normal. So it was basically the cab was on the third day. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, wait, hold on. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, this is a lake. Me like. Not much here to take home, but I like the little workshop concept. All right. That's kind of nice. This is like the one I don't care about. Really? The one time I find a building that's in a really great way of being able to take it home, it turns out to be the one building I don't care about. That's just my luck. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It is a bit of a pain in the butt to try and take home, though, because it is buried in ice. But I think I'll put a GPS marker.
Inventory full.
Oops. My inventory is full. I think I'll put a GPS marker. And I might come back for that garage. Might be worth it. That's a connector. That's a cargo container. Goodbye. These things are big, bulky, and heavy. Not worth keeping. You are nice and worth keeping. Other side. Nope, you come with me. You come with me. The building is not a village. That's more like stealing a village. Yeah, well, you know. The idea is we are... Okay, that is not the one I wanted to walk onto, which is rather funny, but... No! No, 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 no. You, up, forward. Thank you. Thing. Yes. Thank you. Alright, let's take a look at this place. Lockers? What? I haven't found this garage before. No, seriously, I have not found this garage before. This is a new one. A hydrogen tank. We need that. Okay. Oh my goodness, I am so... Okay. Bookmark, GPS. From current position. Buildings of treasures. Okay. I would just junk everything, find materials. Well, that's the problem. And I'll show you why we can't do that. We don't have constructors. We don't have smelters. We don't have refiners. We can't build engines. And, so all the things we can't build, I don't trust this container. Oh. Okay. It's not trying to kill me. Guess I'll take that. That's good stuff. Nothing really interesting there. Take the snooze out of here. So with all the stuff we can't make, you know, we can't just strip everything and call it a day. Yeah, I know, but you can take all the metal plates, build a spash. Well, the idea, well, that's the thing, is I don't have hydrogen tanks. That's the first hydrogen tank I've seen, but I don't really have any room on the truck for it. So, I've got a waypoint. And I have a waypoint for right here. And I might try not to hit this building. Thing is, it's only 12K from the house. So this is a new spawn right by my home. I'll come back for you. So I'll probably come back and collect it later. Yeah, I say keep all the good stuff. Exactly. I'll come back and collect that later. I might try and take that little garage, the smaller garage, with me. But like the truck that's on blocks, I'll probably literally just use the crane to pick it up, undo the blocks, undo the mag plates, and then just pick it up and just bring the whole thing back as is. That's probably what I'll end up doing. What's this over here? Oh, you saw that. Yeah, no, that was funny. I have no clue how I managed to do that. Okay, we've sorry stripped that helicopter. No clue how I managed to flip the forklift. I just could not get the buttons to behave themselves. It was like snapping and unsnapping and snapping and unsnapping. It was bad. It was just bad. It was a bad day. Oh my gosh, that was a bad day. Ooh. I think this is the one I was looking for. So, I have a small problem with my particular location that I set up camp. Apparently, I'm set up on a pole. So everything I am literally set up on the south pole. So everything out of here is north. Look at this one. I can dig this out. I like it. Ooh, I like it. A little bit of paint, a little bit of Rust-Oleum. I think I'll take this one home too. So, okay, so intermittent stream. Or should I save those? I think I might save those for next Saturday. And this week, focus on the highlight clip video of me doing stupid stuff. I think I might do that this week. And then next Saturday, come back and pick up those 2 buildings and take them home. Because I'll be able to put one on the trailer. Because that one that's on the cliff side, I'll be able to drill it out with the drill and pop that on the trailer and just bring that back real quick. That'll be an easy one. But that other workshop that we have all that stuff we want to pull back, that's going to take a little longer. But, yeah, the forklift, that's a clip that I saved for posterity. And there's another one where I blew up a large cargo container. I've saved that one. And there's me blowing up the engine because of my lift arm wigged out on the controls. You had to spaz. I have to add the me dying to the container. So yeah, once I get the clips out, I'll organize them into a couple of shorts and then put them on up. So that's something you can look forward to. Now this says it's 2K away. It's actually not, because I have to make a left up here. I have screwed this up so many times. Because if you try and go straight over that cliff, you are literally going to go off a cliff. It's a sheer drop on the other side. And I have taken this thing off that cliff and had to spend half an hour to repair it several times since I started this stream. It's horrible. Woo! The trailer is on the rampage. Is the trailer off? I think the trailer's power is not the trailer. See here? If you look off to the right here, it's all pretty much sheer drops. There's no easy way and safe way down. It's all really sharp sheer drops. It's terrible. It looks like it's not. It looks like it might actually be okay. Mm-mm. It's not. It's not. It's a mess. Okay. We are back home. Next Saturday is... We know what we're doing. We're going to get those things next Saturday. And... So we've got the harvester, the helicopter, and the little buggy over here. That's amazing. This is actually our starter vehicle here. One reason it sits here is because of this right here. Well, I think it's really good for at the moment. Here's one of those red trucks. These are kind of nice. This one's my hydrogen vehicle. I have it set up to refine hydrogen into these small tanks. But there's that large hydrogen tank in there. That's going to be amazing. I'll figure out how to get that home and how to use that. I have 2 helicopters. Don't know what to use them for. Haven't decided yet. Really don't know. Wait a minute. Is this thing still on? Oh my goodness. This helicopter... It's on. Sure. It can be on. I brought home this thing, and I thought I was going to use that to make my crane. Didn't happen. I decided it's just sitting here. That was like the first thing. I found this. I'm like, this would be great to build a crane out of. And then I never did. I just built the crane anyway. Red truck came home over the weekend. I got this little plane thing that I brought home. Truck with... That's got a medium small grid container. Another survival kit. A couple solar panels, my wind turbines, my 1 battery for large grid, believe it or not. My lovely forklift, which I flipped last week. And my large cargo can. And all my other stuff. All kinds of cool stuff. This is the docking for the trailer. And I got a service jack over here for it. But yeah, this is the current layout of the house. I need to put a bed or something in here. I need to do a bed or a cryo tube or something. Probably a bed. But I do need to actually set up my apartment over there. Oh, for a second I thought it crashed. Well, thank you both for visiting. I do greatly appreciate it. However, we are... Oop, I have my thing up. Wow, I can't even find 0. However, there, see? All good to go. So we've got lots of good stuff coming up. And I said next week we'll go. Never seen this game before. Quite literally a random YouTube suggestion. I I am so happy that it brought you here. I do have, like I said, I've got the past couple of weeks of this game over on my YouTube channel. I've got it shortened, so you can go check that out. I do have a lot of games that I play that I'm not talking through. It's just the game as if you were playing the game normally. I do that a lot. And I tend to stream on Friday and Saturday. Friday, I usually do a role playing game of some kind. Right now, we're doing Class of Heroes. And I usually do something more creative on Saturday. So, right now, I'm doing Space Engineers. And I've always liked this game. It's just, I haven't played it a lot lately. So, come back and see me. Check out the other videos that I have. Give me comments. Let me know what you want to see. You want to see, a particular game or a particular challenge or something? Let me know. I'll see what I can do. I greatly appreciate it. Have a good day, you two, and I will see you next time. My computer decides to behave.